safely. I want to talk about self-love. The thing that I find interesting about self-love is that we know better how to love someone else. We know more about, loving others and taking care of others and putting others before ourselves before we make importance of doing it for ourselves. So for some reason we struggle with the concept, but we all know too well, love your neighbor, share, give, and even some people are like, oh, that's just so weird, or people confuse self-love with or the lack of self-love for a lack of self-esteem, a lack of, a lack of whatever, or if you have insecurities, that means you don't have self-love, which is totally false. You could love yourself all day and still be insecure about something, but still love yourself. Anyway, the point I want to make is that I find it just very interesting that we don't know, or that a lot of us don't know, I guess, how to love ourselves. But we do know when we want someone to love us. We know sometimes how we want someone to love us. We know these things. I just think that is amazing and funny. And a lot of times we hold other people responsible for loving us when we lack it ourselves, right? So we hold someone else accountable for being able to feel loved versus it already being there, versus you knowing and loving yourself and having it for yourself before anybody else brings it to you. I find that interesting. I mean, that just shows the state of mind that this world is in. I'm sorry, I'm going to bring it to a universal level. That just shows where we are in this universe. More people need to know that. I believe my life thus far has always been teaching me, whether I wanted it to or not, how to love myself better, how to love myself more. And there are so many ways. Okay? So what does that feel like? What does that look like? How does it sound? And to be honest, let's just look at it like this. Okay? The relationship that you have with yourself is a very important piece to this. So that means how you treat, act, think, talk to, regard yourself. Mind, body, spirit, and soul. Yeah, mind, body, spirit, and soul. Okay, that's one part. And then I feel like another piece to it is how, truly loving who you are, and aspects about you. You might not love every little thing, and some people honestly do love everything about themselves. That's the goal, though, right? To love everything about yourself. That's not weird. That's not, conceited or whatever. That's a good thing. So for me, that's how I view it. There's two parts. There might be various more, or whatever feels good to the soul, whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you feel good, So for me, those are the things. I don't necessarily like defining self-love, because self-love is so many different forms and things. It's not one thing. It's not one dimension, So now that I've touched on that for a second, I just want to say that, I feel like the most basic of self-love is taking care of yourself. That's the most basic form of it. And it's very necessary. Okay, you need that. You need to take care of yourself. You are a living, breathing ball of energy. You need love to thrive. You do. Why that you're going to be on this planet and, or in this lifetime, in this dimension, whatever you want to call it. And no, you have to give love to yourself. Love yourself. Or if you don't like that word, love for the self. And whatever that looks like to you, I can sit up here and give you a list all day. I can give you a list and say, here are the 5 top ways to love yourself. But if none of those things resonate with what, love feels like to you, then, or what love really is, then I don't think it'll help. However, I do think that sharing my journey and showing examples from my journey doesn't hurt at all, and I'm more than willing to do that. So I will do that. I think I'm gonna do that. I need to get back to it anyway. I need to get back in y'all's face anyway. Y'all been acting up. I need to get back in y'all's face. Okay. So self-love. So how about this? I'm gonna do a self-love series. Okay. It's gonna be ongoing. All right. It'll just go on and on and on until for infinity and whatever, until I feel like I'm done. So I feel like I have given you enough examples. Now, I'm only giving you my examples. I'm giving you my examples, okay? I am not an expert, but I am a student to life, and I am a student to love, and I am not an expert. So I'm giving you examples of how I practice my self-love. I will give you that, and I hope that if anything resonates with you, you incorporate it into your journey, your self-love journey. Sometimes we need to ask ourselves, what does self-love, what is that for me? What is that for me? Sometimes you gotta look at practical examples, like, okay, if it's because it's so easy to love other people, how can I do that for myself? What does it look like when a man shows a woman love? What does it look like when a parent shows a child love, takes care of them, is the best parent in the world, and then get that kind of, complimentary reward? What does that look like? What have they done? What does it look like when a woman is just glowing, and I don't mean from the outside, I mean from the inside out. Like, she is just glowing. She just looks like she just is at peace, or even a man. And what does it look like and feel like, when you love on your spouse, or when you love on, I don't know. When you show your love and gratitude to other people, what does that look like? And then ask yourself, what is it that I need on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, quarterly, whatever basis, in order to thrive, in order to feel alive, in order to feel like I'm here, in order to be happy, in order to be at peace, in balance, in alignment. Ask yourself, what do you need? All right? And I already told you, the number one thing is taking care of yourself. Taking care of yourself. Okay? Does that mean that at times you are going to have to be selfish? Yes. Does that mean at times you have to put yourself first? Yes. Does that make you a bad person? No. Absolutely not. It does not make you a bad person to put yourself first at times. Life is going to require you of that. And when you don't, you will be punished for it in some form or fashion. Trust me when I tell you that. So love on yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. go ahead and end this video. Okay, I'm going to post more, so look out for my self-love series. I will try to post that on Sundays. But I want you to repeat this affirmation or these words of love. And I want you to repeat this, okay? And think about this throughout the next week, okay? Here it goes. I am love, and I am always in the flow of love. I am love, and I am always in the flow of love. You are love. Okay, you can start repeating that. You are love. That's right. You are love. You don't need to go get it from somebody else. You already have love because you are love. You bring love, right? So you don't have to wait for nobody to give it to you. You don't need anybody to give it to you, but you do need it from yourself. You do. You do. So, again, remember those words. I am love, and I am always in the flow of love. That means you are always in the flow of giving and receiving love. All right. I love y'all.